Alright, so I'm in the 4Runner right now. I'm just heading to the Toyota dealership to pick up my friend's Tundra to shoot it for a feature article on the website. I spent this past Sunday polishing the paint up, getting it looking proper for the pictures, and my original plan was to take you guys along with me while kind of for a behind the scenes look of what I'm doing to the vehicle to get it prepped for photos. But it was taking too much time working on the actual truck, and I just needed to get it done. So I'm still going to take you guys along with me. It's really cool. It's a TRD Pro clone, basically. It started life as an SR5 Tundra, and he's added every TRD Pro part he possibly could. So let's go and get this truck, and then I'll show you guys around it. Alright, so this is the truck. This is a 2016, it might be a 15 Toyota Tundra. I believe this color is called Inferno Orange. And it looks like it's a TRD Pro, but it actually started life as a SR5 with the TRD Offroad package. And the story is, the owner of this truck, he works in parts at a Toyota dealership, and their dealer was allocated, I believe, 2 actual TRD Pros when they came out, but they were both white and they were both Crew Maxes, and he wanted something other than white, and he wanted a double cab, and he just couldn't get his hands on it. So being a Toyota parts guy, he decided to build his own TRD Pro out of a truck that they had on the lot. And it's funny, I believe it sat on the lot for a while because it was such a bright orange color that people were afraid to buy it. And so he's turned it into what you see here today, and everywhere he goes he gets compliments on the color, on the truck, and it's turned out to be a pretty nice build. So the main thing is, I mean, he threw pretty much every TRD Pro part that you could get onto this truck. I think the only thing missing is the actual interior and the bed sides. I believe the real ones have TRD Pro stamped on the side of the bed right here. So he started with the suspension. He's got the TRD Pro Bilstein suspension on it, front and back, which I believe it lifts the front 2 inches. I could be wrong. He's also got the TRD front sway bar, and he said that that's actually from the new 2018 Sequoia Sport model. That's not an actual Tundra part, so technically that's kind of a one-up over a real Pro. He's also got some Method race wheels. These are, I believe they're NVs, 18x9s, custom powder coated from a local shop here. It's a metallic bronze face with a gloss black lip. So that's a nice kind of a custom touch. These were on his old previous truck, and they were just your typical flat black Methods, kind of like the ones on my 4Runner. And so for this truck, he thought he was going to spruce them up a little bit. And they're wearing 33-inch Nitto trail grapplers. I believe they're 285 65 18s. Not sure about that. And he added a couple custom touches, like he did that's a TRD Pro badge from the Tacoma actually, but it really works on this truck, and that's one way to tell that this is a custom version, if you want to call it a clone of a TRD Pro. He did some other things. He's got a shorty antenna on here. And I believe he added these mirror caps. That's an OEM part number that come painted, because on the SR5 they were just straight black. So one of the big noticeable things on this truck is obviously the tent that he has in the back. I just borrowed the truck here today to get pictures of it for the feature, and just in the few minutes I was here I already had people asking me, hey, what's that in the back of your truck, man? So it's an attention grabber, but he uses this. He does a lot of camping at racetracks and stuff. And so it actually folds out, and he can sleep back there. It's also got I believe all the Pros come with this TRD dual exhaust, and man, does it sounds so good. Like, just driving this thing today, I'm thinking, I gotta do something about the exhaust on my 4Runner, because this sounds so beefy. And I can't believe that that's considered an OEM exhaust. The Pros come with that stock, and it sounds great, man. You can also see the TRD Rear Spray Bar back here. It's kind of hard to see, but that is a Pro Bilstein shock back there as well. So up front, he's done a couple more custom touches. Those are 2018 LED headlights that I believe he had to do a custom wiring harness for. He's also got the TRD Pro grille up there. And being an SR5, this came with chrome bumpers front and back. So what he did was he got these corners here wrapped in vinyl by Nico Signs and Graphics in Waterloo. And then they cover them with clear bra over top as well, just to make sure that they don't have any stone chips coming through, and it would basically show up as chrome dots all over the place. So, and it looks like it's holding up perfectly. I mean, they did a great job, and I don't see any. I just polished this truck on Sunday, and I didn't see any spots in the vinyl at all. He's also got I believe it's a 30-inch rough country light bar, kind of flush mounted into the bumper here. I think he bought the brackets to put that there as well. I think it came as a package. And up in there you can see he's got his Ford Raptor lights in there, as Toyota truck owners do. The one thing that's different though is, because if he's going to do something, he does it right. Those are actual lights. That's the part number from Ford. Those are not aftermarket LEDs. Those are Ford Raptor lights. So that's pretty cool. And these, I believe, they're aftermarket LED fog lights here as well. So coming inside, as you can see, this is still your basic SR5 interior. That's the one thing. I mean, I guess he could do it, but that would be a pretty expensive modification just to have a badge on your seats. So he does have the Pro floor mats, which is pretty cool, and he color matched the surround here on the shifter, which is also a nice touch. He's got the TRD Pro Center Console here, and yeah, he looks after it. It's nice and clean in here. This is a really nice truck. Every time I'm around this thing, I always instantly get jealous because, well, I really want a Tundra, but there's something really cool on the other side I wanted to show you too. So the owner of this truck goes to the SEMA show in Vegas every year, and I'm not sure if this was last year or the year before, but he actually brought this trim piece from his dash with him, and he got Rutledge Wood's autograph, as well as, I think this is Ivan Stewart. I'm not sure. I'll have to check with him on that. But so it's kind of like how the tribute Shelby cars get signed by Carroll Shelby. He's got a couple autographs on this too, which is really cool because he met these guys in person and went all the way from Canada to Las Vegas with a piece of his Tundra to get it signed. So it's little touches like that that kind of personalize things. I think that's about it for the modifications on this. So I spent this past Sunday polishing this truck, and that's the reason why I don't have too much behind the scenes footage for you on this one, because it took a full day of grinding away at this paint to make it look like this. But I was planning on just doing a single step polish on it, and I just wasn't quite happy with the results. I thought, yes, this is a daily driver, and it goes mudding, and it goes off-road, and it's driven all winter long, and it sits outside year-round as well, just like my 4Runner. But I still wanted to get the paint up to another level, so I ended up doing sort of a quicker, mild two-step. So I did use a compound on it. I used Meguiar's D300 with a Meguiar's microfiber cutting pad, just on a 5-inch dual-action polisher. And then I followed it up with M205 as a finishing polish, just to bring the gloss back out. And I would say I gave it probably a 75 to 80% correction. But again, I didn't want to take too much clear coat off of this one, just because it really needs as much protection as it can get. So we've got some deeper marks to live with, but honestly, it's really not noticeable under these real-world lighting conditions. I mean, when you're doing a paint correction, you have the spotlights directly on the paint. You can see every little thing. But I mean, here you can see I've got straight sun on these panels, and they look fantastic. So, so I'm happy with how it came out. He's happy with how it came out. Then to top this, to seal it up, I used Jescar Power Lock on it, and he's got a whole slew of Adams detailing products that he uses. He's got a nice collection that I believe that's probably the tire shine that he's used on here. It's safe to say, if you're wondering what product he used on something on this, it's probably from Adams. But if you have any questions, I can ask him for you and let you know. I was just in charge of the paint on this one, and it came out really good. So make sure you check out the full feature article on the website. I got some nice pictures of it here. I'm at Riverside Park in Cambridge, Ontario, and I woke up early to just pick up the truck and come out here and get some nice shots with some low-lying dew and stuff and fog. I just wanted to take you around the truck real quick to show you. If you want the detailed stuff, it'll all be in the feature article. There's lots of pictures. I'll explain everything on this one, but I wanted to get a video up of what this truck is like in real life, because man, it's nice. So stay tuned, guys. I'm gonna try and get some more featured vehicle footage going. I'm hoping to do sort of a behind the scenes video of each vehicle that I feature on the site, so hopefully I can do that, and stay tuned. Have a good one.